Good morning children. So, you have been promoted for class 6. Welcome to Samveda E-class which has been organized by DSERT Banshankari, Bangalore. So, today you have a class 6th subject general science. So, in the class 5th you have studied environmental science. In class 6th you will be learning a general science subject. And in this session we will be learning chapter 1. So, what is a chapter 1? Says food, where does it come from? So, this is the first chapter children in your class 6th general science subject. Before starting the session, I give one instructions: keep your textbook with you and book, pen, pencil, because science always you should have this material with you while studying general science. Keep it ready with you. So, then we will learn what are the concepts you will be learning in this chapter we will study. So, what are the concepts, the objectives you will be studying in this chapter we will learn. So, you will be learning about the needs of food. As you know, we need energy and we need food. So, what is the use of the food? You will be learning in this chapter. And also the varieties of food. So, different types of food you will be studying, different varieties of food and varieties of food which has been prepared. All these concepts you will be learning in this chapter. And the ingredients of food. Remember children, to prepare a varieties of food, we need a materials that you will be studying in this. The ingredients of the food in this chapter you learn. And where we derive the food, that is the sources of food will be studying in this chapter. And the plant parts and animal products as food. So, as you already will be learning about the sources of food, you also know the parts of the plants as well as animal products which acts as a food. And what do animals eat? These are the content you will be learning in this chapter. First, before going to the content, can you recognize this column? Column A have cat, birds, human beings, plants, dog. Column B, books, bench, rock, television, table. By seeing this column A and column B, I think you recognize children. Yes, column A represents the living organisms. Column B represents non-living organisms or non-living things. What are living things and non-living things? In the class 5th you have studied children chapter 1st, the living things and non-living things. The characteristics of living things and non-living things, if you summarize, if you recall, so living things can move from one place to another place. They respire, they have a metabolic activities and also response to stimuli. We respond to the stimuli. So, that are the characteristics of a living organism. To be alive, what we need? Next, we learn the need of food. Why we need food? Very, very important questions. You have to think, without a food can we live? For how many hours, how many days we can survive? We cannot live for many days. That is why important basic components of a living organism is clothing, shelter and food. So, we need food to be alive. So, food is one of the most essential things to all the living organisms which is required by the living things to be alive. If you want to stay alive, we need a food, and we need food for the growth and development, because you have been in 5th standard, you are this much, now you have to keep growing, right? So, we need the food for the growth and development. Our body, which have been made up of cells and tissues and organs, they need a food and the nutritions. And also this food provides energy to do work. So, you are sitting and in front of a TV and listening my class, you need energy, right? So, and to play, to think, to work, so we need a energy. For that reason we need food. And also it gives strength. The food gives us a strength to our body to protect itself from a diseases. As you know, today we have facing a pandemic situation. We have, if you are strong, you can fight against the disease causing organisms. Very important, it gives us strength to our body. It increases your immune system because the food contains a many constituents that you will be learning in the future chapters. Now, see this children, very beautiful pictures you can see, and I think you people are hungry by seeing this. Children, yes, in the first picture you can see rice, ghee, puri, pickles, papad as well as some dals, curries. In the picture 2, you can see roti and then rice, curries, dal. What it says, with these two pictures you can find out we eat varieties of food, right? So, in the morning you had breakfast, in the afternoon you will be about to have your lunch, and the night you will be having a dinner. Will you eat a same type of food for morning, afternoon and evening as well as the night? No, no. So, you will ask your mother, Mama, morning same thing you are preparing, I want a very different food. What it is? That is nothing but the varieties of food. We are used to it to eat different types of food like eggs and breads for breakfast. Some they will be having puri, dosa, you can also have chapati. So, different mama will prepare different types of varieties of dishes for morning, for afternoon as well as for a night. So, rice, dal, chapati, vegetable curries, fruits can also be eaten for lunch as well as dinner. Each meal, so morning breakfast, afternoon lunch as well as night dinner, you will be consist of different types of food items, isn't it right? So, recall, you ask your friends what you had yesterday and what he is having in the morning, as it's repeated or different. We'll go with the next. What do you observe? A bowl and there is a something, right? What it is? Yes children, you are correct. So, it's a boiled rice. Can you prepare this? What you want to prepare? A bowl of rice. It's a boiled rice. So, you need water as well as rice. What is water and rice called as? Yes, to prepare a different types of food, you need a materials, the raw materials which are used for the preparation of food are called as ingredients. Make a word of ingredients, write down children. This is a word that you comes with a new, that is INGREDIENTS, ingredients. To prepare a different dishes, you need a different ingredients. Now, whatever you had in the morning, can you analyze, can you recall what are the ingredients have been added to prepare a puri, sagu, a dosa. Now, one example, vegetable curry. So, the vegetable curry, so to prepare a spicy and tasty vegetable curries, so you need ingredients called vegetables, spices, salts, water, oil. All this together can prepare a tasty dish called as vegetable. With this, we will go with some of the food items I have given with their ingredients. The food items, for example, roti or chapati. I think you have chapati or roti. So, how it is made up of? So, it is made up of wheat, it is also called as atta and the water. So, mix with that and make a dough, and it can be heated on the pan and prepare a chapati, soft chapati. Your mother will prepare chapati or roti. And the dal. So, dal is being prepared by pulses, water, salt, oil and spices. All this have been added and you will prepare a dal. The rasam. So, South Indians as well as North Indians, they prepare rasam. So, it is very good for the digestion. Mother will say, no, rasam you drink. So, because the rasams will increase your digestion process, because the spices which have been added to prepare rasam, it increases the digestion process. So, the rasams can also be prepared with by using two ingredients, that is tamarind, tomato, salts, spices and oil. So, using this ingredients we can prepare a rasams. Have given next idli. So soft idlis. So and with the soft idlis you can also use vada as well as a sambar chutney. So to prepare an idli, what are the ingredients? Can you think, children? Yes, you ask your mother to prepare a idli, what and all she has used to prepare a soft idli. I think she has used rice, urd dal, water, and she'll be grind it in the paste, and it has been kept overnight for the fermentation, and in the morning she'll use to prepare a soft idli. So nowadays you have tasted sandwich, right? So sandwich is a snacks where you can have a different ingredients and very tasty as well as diet food. So sandwich are prepared by using a breads, salads, like you can use some leafy vegetables as well as capsicum, cabbage, little salts can be used as a ingredient, and the biscuits. So you have a different sweet biscuits as well as salt biscuits. How they are prepared? What are the ingredients which are being used to prepare biscuits? So it can be used by a wheat or flour or maida. So and use sugar as well as some little baking powder. So find out. So what are the ingredients which are being used to prepare idli, sandwich and biscuits? I think you have understood, children. Next, as we know, the food plays an important role in the living organisms. Where do we derive this food? What are the sources of food? Very, very important. If you want a food, we should know from where we get it. The sources of food. So we have two different sources of foods. So first, that is plants. Two major sources of food where the maximum food we extracted or where we get it. So that is plants as well as animals. You know what are plants as well as animal. From this we derive our food, and whatever the different varieties of food which we have discussed, all the food items are being prepared by using the materials which are being obtained from the plants as well as animals. So from plants what and all we get is the spices, oils, cereals, pulses. The spices, like you can give an example for spices, the pepper, clove, cinnamon, add a flavor to your dish. Oils which are being extracted by the seeds of the plants, example groundnut oil, sesame seeds, it can be extracted, coconut oil, then mustard oil, groundnut oil, all these are being extracted from the plants. And cereals, like cereals example you can give maize, ragi, wheat, jowar, millets, all these are being extracted from plants. And pulses, the pods, beans, Bengal gram, Ors gram, green grams, all these are obtained from the plants. Plants also we get a varieties of vegetables like lady's fingers, brinjal, all the different types of vegetable. You can make a list of the vegetables which you are eating every day. The fruits, different types of fruits which are very nutrient to our body, which is required to our body, are obtained by the fruits and vegetables. Then comes to animals. So we get a fish, meat, egg which are highly rich in proteins, and also we get a milk and milk products which are obtained from animals. So this is the major source of food, children. Remember we have a two major source of food, one is plants as well as animals. Now we will study in detail about the sources of food, plants as well as animals. Before going to our plants, I like to tell you about the plants. Already you know that what are plants, what are the parts of plants. As you know, plants are called as producers. What are producers? Why they are called as producers? The producers which are able to prepare their own food. Even the plants is also called as autotrophs. Auto means self, troph means preparing or synthesis. That is why the plants are called as autotrophs as well as producers. What is a process? You have learned, children, in the class 5th. By using a process called as photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means preparation. Using a light, which light? Sunlight. Using a sunlight, plants has ability to prepare their own food. So that is why they are called as producers. And photosynthesis, so that is how we call as plants. And what are the parts of plants? So you have seen the parts of plants, or you have seen the plants, children. So what are the parts of plants? Roots, stem, leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. So you should also know their functions. What are the functions of parts of plants? The roots, which helps to absorb water and minerals which is required for the photosynthesis. The stem, which gives a mechanical strength to the plant body. The leaves is called as a food factory. It's a site for the synthesis of a food, and which consists of a pigment called as chlorophyll. So leaves, which prepares the food, and the flowers, which is a very important attractive part. If you see a plant, so a flower is an attractive part of the plant, and it is also called as reproductive part of the plant, and which attracts the insects and which helps in the pollination. All these terms you will be learning in the further lessons. The fruits and the seeds, which are being used as a food. So you can see the picture of the plant. So recall and try to draw this picture. Try to mention the parts and their function. Children, very important, because the plant is ultimate source of food. So now we will go the parts of a plant which are used as a food one by one in detail. The roots. In some plants, the extra food is stored in roots, and this are eaten as a food. For example, the radish, turnip, carrot and beetroots. So some parts of the roots is also serves as a food. Then comes to a stem. Stem of some plants are also edible, as a plant store food in them. So for example, sugarcane, potato, tuber, garlic and onion. Some part of the, you will be studying about the different types of plants which are being grown through a stem, roots, and in the further classes. The flowers. The flowers of some plants such as cauliflower, pumpkin and drumstick flowers make good food. So these parts of the plants which are used as a food. So remember and try to analyze or identify the food in your kitchen. The next part called leaves. In some plants, the leaves are eaten as food, and such plants are known as leafy vegetables. So most of the food which we are eating, so all are vegetables. So they are good for health. So all the parts of the plant body which are used as a food, all they are very good for health. So example for the leaves as a part of the plant which is used as a food is spinach, the palak which you have seen, and your palak paneer and all they prepare, no? So all these are for the leaves. The fenugreek, the methi, that is how the leaves. Then fruits. So you know you have many types of fruits and seasonal fruits. Now the season is the mango season, which you are already had many fruits. Example for the fruits you can say, and not only the different mango, pineapple, apple, but even the tomato part of some fruits is acts as a food for us. Example, tomato, brinjal, pineapple, etc. Then come to our seeds, cereals and pulses, and also oils also been extracted from the seeds. So which is highly protein as well as contains fats that you will be learning in the constituents of a food in the next chapter. Very important. Before ending with this parts of the plants which are used as a food, please make a note, children. There is a two words called as edible parts as well as non-edible parts. What is called as edible parts? So all the parts of the plant body cannot be used as a, or cannot be served as a food. So some parts of the plant body is used as a food, and such parts we call as a edible parts, and which are not able to use as a food are called as non-edible parts. So with this, I have given a one caution. What they are saying, do not try to taste unknown plants around you to see if they are edible. Word the edible is very important. Some plants could be poisonous. Do not try by yourself. Ma'am told that is we can have all the types of plant body can be eaten. No, it's very important. Be cautious. You are not supposed to taste unknown plants. All the plants are not be edible. So some of the plants are edible, some they are non-edible, and it may be a poisonous. Be aware of, children. This is very important to keep it in your mind. I have given one activity. Yes, very important. I think you have tasted also, and your mother has prepared sambar from this, right? So what it is? Very simple and very easy to prepare by yourself. It is not that your mother should require. So I'll tell you how you have to prepare. How to prepare a dish from this seeds. What it is, you can use a horse gram, channa or moong. So what you have to take? You have to take a whole the moong or a horse gram, wash thoroughly with the water and soak for overnight. So take a bowl and wash it thoroughly, and you have to add water to it, then leave for whole night. Then in the morning get up and drain the water, remove the water from the grams, and then tie that with a wet cloth. You can use a white cloth or any cloth which does not lead to a colors, which not leaves the color. Please make sure, otherwise the color or the dye of the cloth will go to the grams. You better choose a piece of white cloth and tie it and leave for 2 to 3 days. What you will observe? You will see the germination. So sprouting. So that is germinated seeds which are eaten raw or cooked are called as sprouts, and these sprouts are very nutritious. Already you know that whatever the sources of food which are obtained from the plants are having a high nutrition, but when you compare this is having a very high nutritious food, and also it is a diet food, and many people will use this as a diet food which contains a high proteins. So you will prepare, no children, and prepare snacks from that. The plants as a food. Now we will recall what are the parts of a plant which serves as a food. The food, that is the tomato which has been used, the plant part used is fruits, ginger, stem, carrot, root, curry leaves, leaves, radish, roots and leaves. Both roots and leaves can be used as a food. Groundnut, it is a seeds, badam, seeds, mango, fruit. So this is a table, and you can also make table which the plant parts which are used as a food. So next comes to a food from animals. So when, as I told, if you compare with the source of food from plants and source of food from animals, we have a very limited food which is obtained from animals. So since ancient days, man has been depending upon the animals for food, like directly or indirectly. So animals provides different varieties of products which are used as food all over the world, not only in India, all over the world animals products are used as a food. So for example, the goat, chicken, fish, egg, or are some sources of which acts as a sources of meat which rich in proteins, very rich in proteins. Hens and ducks provides us egg which rich in proteins and vitamins. And cow, goats, buffaloes are the sources of milk, and from the sources of milk we prepare milk products like paneer, cheese, butter, all this the dairy products we call as a dairy products which are been obtained from the milk, and milk has been obtained from the animals. So I have given some picture about the milk and milk product. You can see some paneer, cheese, also egg, and the milk which is you have to drink milk every day because it consists of a calcium which is helpful for your growth of the bones. Very important children, you should drink the milk, and also the meat and fish. So this is a animal sources. So next with us, what do you observe? cleanly you observe what you are observing from this picture. Can you tell me? Yes, your guess is correct, children. So, you are seeing a honey bees. Have you tasted this honey? We get honey from honey bees. The nectar inside the flower is collected by a bees and stored and then converted into honey. What is very taste, children? Please try this in your home if you have, or you get it from the shop and taste it. And very important is it is having a medicinal importance. It is used to prepare medicines. So, that is why it is having a medicinal values. So, next we have learnt all the plant sources as well as animal sources. Now, the question comes, what do animals eat? So, in the previous only I told that plants can prepare their food, but animals cannot. They are called as heterotrophs. What are heterotrophs? Where they cannot prepare their own food by themselves. So, we directly or indirectly we depend upon the other animals or the plant for the food to obtain the food from plants, and this one, that is why they are called as heterotrophs. On the basis of the food habits, the animals are divided into 3 categories. What are those? We will come to know. So, herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. So, you can divide that word into 2. Herbivores. What are herbivores? Herb means herb, that is the plant. The animals which eat only plants, they are called as herbivores. Example, cow, buffaloes, goat. Carnivores. The carni means the flesh or meat. So, animals which eat only the flesh of other animals, they are called as carnivores. Example, lizard, tiger, lion, cheetah. Then omnivores. Omni means all. So, the animals which eat both plants and animals, such animals we call as omnivores. Example, bear, crow, human beings. So, these are the 3 categories of animals which has been classified or which has been divided based on their habits of food. In this session, so we will summarize what and all we have learnt. So, you have already come to know all the living things need food for the growth and development of a body, and food provides energy to work as well as to play, and the main sources of food which have been obtained and which is being used by us is from plants and animals, and different parts of a plant such as roots, stem, leaves, flowers are being used as a food, and animal products is also being used as a food. Example, meat, fish, egg, milk products, all these are we have studied in this session. On the basis of eating habitats, the animals are divided into herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So, these are the learning points which we have learned it in this first chapter. Before ending this, I like to give some easy projects, children. So, prepare the tasty snacks from a sprouted seeds and serve to your family members. So, you will enjoy the snacks. You can add some chaat masala as well as pomegranate, and you can serve to your family members and you can enjoy the evening. As I told, it is very highly nutritious. Collect the pictures and prepare a album showing of food items in a different states of India. As we know, we will eat varieties of food. We used to have different varieties of food. Even in each states of India, I use different varieties of different foods as well as varieties of food. Try to collect the information about the varieties of food which are being prepared and which are very popular in the different states of India, and also try to collect the information about the ingredients, the materials, the raw materials which are being used to prepare the different dishes, and list out the animals of herbivores, carnivores, omnivores with a picture. If possible, you can also collect the pictures from your textbook or you get a chart. List out the plants which are root based, stem based, leaves based and fruit based food and collect the pictures. This is a simple activity. You could do it, children, and you can submit to your teacher. So, with this we have finished with the first session and first chapter, the food, where does it come from. So, thank you, and myself Sudha R. So, I am working as a assistant science teacher, Vidya Mandir Public School, North Block, Amrutali, Bangalore. Thank you.